Good morning. Welcome to Some Good Vibes. Well, we are at a point as an organization, and I'm sure a lot of you that listen to this are probably at the same point where you're starting to look at that next tier of leadership. I mean, I'm getting on, and I probably have 10, 12 years that I want to work. So I need to start developing that next tier of leadership. I found this, and I'm working with a consultant, and we decided this really is when you look at what does that next tier of leadership look like and what are the characteristics you're looking for. This really spelled it out in a really awesome way. So I thought I would share it with you. If you're younger, what are the things that an employer is looking for in that next tier of leaders? And then if you're at a point where you want to start thinking about succession plan, how do you do the knowledge transfer, all of that, these are also things to look at within your team to pick who would be that next great leader. So, number one, it's 11 major traits of leadership. Number one is willingness to assume full responsibility. I think one of the quickest areas of heartburn that a leader has is finding someone that will do the things that are necessary when they're necessary to do them. Not the 8 to 5, sometimes it's after hours, or they're willing to take on those big challenges when they arise. So, willingness to assume full responsibility. Number two and number three are tied very closely together. Definitiveness in decision and the definitiveness in planning. So I learned this really early on, and it's still something that I think I'm challenged by and work on all the time, and that is making bold moves quickly. So deciding what to do and then making that bold move in a timely manner. So definitiveness decision and definitiveness of plans, so you know not only are you making the decision, but what is the outcome of that decision. Unwavering courage. You hear that from me all the time. It is my number one trait, in my opinion, that has made the difference between success and failure is the courage to be willing to try and the courage to kind of walk through the storm when you need to. A keen sense of justice. I think Rotary, being in Rotary as a former Rotarian, taught that, and that is it fair to all concerned? I always love that because when you think about the decisions you make, is it fair? Cooperation, obviously, that's a big one. Self control. What does that mean? It means not flying off the handle when you don't get your way. It means, really listening to the other person and understanding their point of view. There's lots of things that fall under self control, but certainly a characteristic that a next tier leader or even a obviously current leader needs to have. A habit of doing more than you're paid for. I got to tell you, that's really hard. It sounds like it would be easy to find someone who's willing to do that. In today's age, it is rare to find someone that they're not looking for something for the extra effort, or they're not looking for something. And this is what we do for a living. We find talented individuals. And I still would tell you it's rare to find people who have a habit, not, okay, this is an exception, I'll do it, but a habit of doing more than they're paid for. A pleasing personality. Obviously, nobody likes to work with negative people. So a pleasing personality is something that is gravitational. You gravitate towards those people who make your day better and make you feel good. Sympathy and understanding. I would also add empathy to that as well. Being able and willing to put yourself in other people's shoes and understand where they're coming from. And then mastery of detail. It's easy to have big pictures, goals and schemes and dreams and all of that, but you got to have somebody who can put all the parts and pieces together. And if you're not good at that, myself included, finding people who are good at that is critical to making a great organization. So I would tell you that out of everything I've read about leadership, and I read all the time, this is one of my favorites because it really does demonstrate, in my opinion, what great leaders are looking for as they succeed into finding that next person who's going to take over for them. So take this all in. If you're looking to maybe move into next tier leadership, I would recommend that you listen to this list again and determine how you can become that. And I want you to go out and make it a great day.